everybody. This is Super Ty. I'm joined with Comic Book Brando. We're going to talk about all the cool books that are coming out tomorrow, which is September 26th. There's a whole lot of really cool things coming out. We'll get through them really quickly. As usual, if you have any questions or you want to talk about any books that you're reading or that you're excited about, just leave a little comment. We'll be more than happy to talk with you. Yeah, thank you. We also have some really cool events that are going to be coming up. Really cool, like Walking Dead Day and signing with Lila Sturgis for their Lumberjanes book that's going to be coming out. We'll be talking about those in just a little while.
All right.
I'm going to start off with a series that I know everybody is waiting for. It's Doomsday Clock number 7. So things are now starting to really... I'm trying not to spoil anything, but the cover gives away a little bit of what's happening. Looks like somebody's showing up in this issue. And if you know exactly what I'm talking about, yeah, it's right here. Some developments happened. I don't want to say anything. It's a great book. You should be reading it. It's awesome. You'll read it tomorrow. It's great.
You'll read it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to spoil anything, but this issue is full of machinations, as it should be.
Well, I'll also start with the DC book. Heroes in Crisis number 1 of 9. It's a 9-part miniseries by Tom King.
Yeah.
So this is about, this is also one with a lot of spoilery stuff. So this is about Sanctuary, a place where superheroes can go after they've had some traumatic experiences. Because as a superhero, you're going to have traumatic experiences. Something very bad happens, and you're gonna read all about it in this first issue. It's pretty intense. There's some jaw droppers in here. I was not expecting some of these things to happen.
I've lived through it, and yeah, wow.
So this is gonna be the book that a lot of people are talking about. You don't want to miss out.
Yeah, not fooling around. Justice League Odyssey. This is a new Justice League book that is really surprising because it kind of takes place right after the No Justice book, where there's this shadow sector of all these planets that are just kind of sitting there because of Brainiac, and these 4 people are just going out there. Green Lantern is assigned to this sector just to keep watching over it, and then Cyborg, Starfire, and Azrael of all people show up, and they just feel like they're called to there. And who's calling them? Well, Darkseid. And then it explains, oh wait, this is why you guys are all here. It had a really great last page that I was like, oh man, this is crazy. Drawn by Stjepan Sejic. I'm assuming I say that guy. Darn it.
I don't know how to say his name.
Stjepan Sejic. Anyways, really great artist. The story was very interesting. I want to see where this goes. It's pretty awesome.
Clearly, it's Saint Japan.
Yes, exactly.
Steve says hello.
Hello, Steve.
Hello, Steve. Stranger Things, number 1 of 4. This is a new miniseries, the first comic for Stranger Things from Dark Horse Comics. And with this storyline, we're going to see what exactly happened to Will in the first season of Stranger Things. Obviously, we know he's in the Upside Down, but what is his journey like there? What kind of problems does he have, besides everything?
Yeah.
Beautiful art, great story. Really, I love this show, both seasons of it.
Definitely.
I will tune in for every season that they make, and I will read all the comics. I'm very stoked about seeing something that we haven't seen, and getting scratch that Stranger Things itch that we have to wait for. So give that a read. Awesome series. Very excited about it.
Cool. X-Men Red. This is issue number 8. I still contend that this is the best X-Men series that's going on right now, written by Tom Taylor. So Cassandra Nova is about to play the end game of these Sentinites, nanite sentinels that are just going to make everybody this ball of hate and essentially tear the world apart. So everybody's getting together to try to figure out this big way to essentially negate the danger. Really great cast of characters in here, a lot of C-list X-Men that you don't ever expect to see in a series, and it just kills it. It's awesome. Artwork is very solid as well. This is kind of the end of a story arc, but also the beginning of a new one. This is my favorite X-Men book going on right now, and I'm a die-hard X-Men fan.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, Rachel's watching. Hey,
So,
Rach.
Austin
You still
Books-
live in Austin?
No. What?
I don't know.
Oh no, she hasn't lived in Austin for a while.
Oh, well, hey.
I think Colorado,
Oh, wow.
maybe. Last I saw. Tell us more, Rachel. Austin Books alumni.
Yeah.
Spider-Geddon number 0. So this is kind of like the kickoff of the upcoming big Spider-Man crossover
Event.
series event. So yeah, we've got all these Spider-Mans of the different universes, and this issue is the debut of the Spider-Man of the new video game universe, which I am hopelessly addicted to and love like thoroughly.
Yeah.
I was telling Ty about it earlier. It's such a great game.
It sounds bananas.
And now that Spider-Man is in the comic. Of course, it's very familiar if you're into Spider-Man lore, but it's also like a great starting point.
Yeah.
So you can find out what it's like when Spidey has a different costume. His villains are a little bit different. Mary Jane works for the Daily Bugle for a change. Awesome stuff. And this will kick off the big storyline coming.
Nice.
There's a lot of Spider-Man this week, and I'm talking about most of it. So get ready for lots of Spidey stuff.
David said he's from New Jersey there. You're watching from Jersey? That's awesome.
Hey.
I once got stuck in New Jersey for a night. That was pretty crazy. In a place called Camden, which, David, if you're in New Jersey, you know exactly which place I'm talking about. Camden is terrifying. It is terrifying. Extermination number 3. This is the X-Men crossover that's kind of, putting the time-traveling X-Men. I feel this is how they're going to wind up back in their own time, but there's been a lot of surprises, a lot of crazy deaths that I was not expecting whatsoever. As you can see by this cover, it looks like the old school X-Force is getting back together for a little revenge. There's also a subplot equally going on at the same time about future, Pirate Man Ahab. He's not really a pirate, but you know what I mean. Really great book. I'm a huge fan of Ed Brisson, the guy that's writing it. He did an amazingly good Iron Fist series as well. Yeah, I'm really liking this a whole lot, and it's a good X-Men crossover. I haven't had one in a long time.
Right on.
Yeah.
Brad says hello.
Hello.
Hello, Brad. Man-Eaters number 1. Look at that shiny cover.
It sparkles.
It's the sparkly cover. There's actually 3 different covers. One of them doesn't sparkle, or 2 of them don't sparkle if you don't want your stuff to shine. But this is a new series from Chelsea Kane and Kate Niemczyk? That's probably what I would go with. Very cool, weird. No ads in this, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
All the places where there are ads or would-be ads are all in continuity, kind of like ads or stories or posters or what have you. So what's going on here? In our world, some cat poop disease, toxoplasmosis.
Yeah, toxoplasmosis.
Affects adolescent girls and turns them into savage, people-killing cats. Crazy stuff here. This is weird. Plays a lot with comic book conventions. I think this is another one that people are they're gonna dub this a hot book. This is gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very weird. Very, very weird, and a little scary too. So it's got a lot to say about society and a lot to say about getting mauled by a giant cat.
Terrifying.
Yeah, pretty intense stuff. So give this a read.
So David says that he stopped by the comic book store a couple of times when he was out here a couple of different times, and my best friend from high school, Nicole, hey Nicole, says need to bring her daughter to Austin so I could help her find some comics. I would love to. And also, don't you live in Fredericksburg? That's not far. I should go visit Fredericksburg as well and say hi to you. It's been too long.
We're very good at finding comics for everyone.
Yeah, she came to my wedding. It was awesome. And you were there too.
I was there.
Yeah. Brad's watching. I invited him to my wedding, but he didn't come, which is okay. There was a lot of people there already. Infinity Warps, Iron Hammer. Last week I talked about the Soldier Supreme, which was the Stephen with a PH Rogers.
Yes.
And now we're talking about what's the best, what is he called?
Thor Iron Man?
Well, no. His name, it's Sigurd Stark. So it plays around a whole lot with the Iron Man and Thor lore, but old school Thor where picking up the hammer turns him into, Thor, like Donald Blake.
Yeah.
I love these little things. It reminds me of What Ifs. It reminds me of just, you know, when Marvel used to just do crazy things for the heck of it. So I really dig this. This is, I believe, a 2-issue series, and there's a couple of more that are going to be coming out as well.
It's like a Scarlet Witch.
X-23, yeah, that's
one.
Weapon Hex.
Yeah.
There's a Ghost Panther where it's like Ghost Rider and Black Panther. That's going to be awesome. So I'm really digging that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Batman Kings of Fear. This is the second issue of this 6-issue miniseries. First issue was pretty hot. People were
it was really good.
Pretty excited about it. We're starting this one off. Batman has been doused with the Scarecrow's fear gas, and now he's like hallucinating and freaking out, trying to maintain control, but things are not necessarily going all that well for him. Kelly Jones is like one of the biggest, well-known Batman artists of all time.
My favorite.
So if you like crazy, creepy, Halloween-y kind of Batman stories, this is a must-read.
Halloweeny.
Halloween-y stories.
It's coming up, Halloween. That's another thing we're going to talk about at the end of the video.
I'm already getting kind of stoked about it.
Yeah, what are you going to be this year? You were awesome last year. Your last costume was really great.
What was I last
You're
year?
Rick.
Oh,
Rick
yeah.
and Morty.
I
Shaved the
was.
beard.
Shaved the beard. Last
Yeah,
time I
had
did
the big
that.
hair thing. That was awesome.
I'm thinking of Pirate this year.
Pirate?
Pirates are in again.
Oh, cool. I have no idea what I'm going to be.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not good at that stuff. Yeah.
Dressing up.
Yeah, I'm not inventive enough. I don't know.
I've come up with some good ones.
For me personally?
Just at all.
Oh, okay.
But for friends who didn't have any ideas, so maybe we can spitball some
Yeah.
ideas.
Or if you have a suggestion of what I should dress up as, I'll take those into consideration as well if you leave a comment. My next one is Redneck number 15 by our friend Donnie Cates. So the vampires, the main vampires in this. Oh, Nicole's girls are going as pirates as well. See,
Pirates
there you
are
go.
in.
Pirates are in. So all the vampires that we've been following in the story are now in Austin. They're now here.
Nice.
And it actually shows them like hanging out on East 6th Street. Hopefully it's East 6th Street, not, Dirty 6th.
I mean, East 6th Street is cool.
Yeah. Well,
Dirty Six is like west, though, right?
well, no, like part of Dirty 6 is called East 6th Street.
Oh.
Yeah. I think Congress is the dividing line.
So, like, oh, is it?
Yeah, I believe Congress is the dividing
Are
line.
the bars hipstery there?
You don't really get to see a whole lot of them. It looks like more like dance punk rock clubs.
No
so.
detail.
Yeah, not really. They don't mention any place. Anyways, this is actually a happy issue. That like everybody actually has a good time in this. It's not, more of just like everybody's just getting beat up and emotionally tortured. It's actually like, hey, everybody's having a good time in this one, which I'm all happy about.
You come to Austin, you have a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man number 6.
You were chuckling audibly during this.
Oh, okay, so I had my reservations about whoever was going to take over after Dan Slott. But Nick Spencer was the right guy. There's some great moments in this issue that's really referential of like Spidey's past. His roommate being Boomerang cracks me up, and that's like the big crux of this storyline. So much to the fact that like I don't want to spoil why he does it, or Boomerang is going to take his roommate Peter Parker to the bar with no name. And if you're familiar with Marvel villain lore, that's a pretty awesome idea.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And when you find out why he takes him there, that's what made me laugh out loud multiple times.
Yes, yeah, it was pretty great.
Super good. I love this run. It's so good to be a Spidey fan. There's so much stuff coming out right now to kind of capitalize on that video game. But this was a very welcome continuation post Dan Slott.
So I have a question since you read that issue just now. Does it kind of play off the Superior Foes of Spider-Man vibe? Because Spencer wrote that as well.
Well,
and
there-
Boomerang was like one of the main characters.
There may even be a little bit of a reunion of
Oh, okay, cool. That's sweet then.
Yeah.
I was just wondering because like I love Superior Foes. I thought that was like one of the best Spider-Man stories of forever. So I was just wondering if that vibe's there.
It definitely has that sense of humor.
Good. Excellent.
The fact that Boomerang is there is like he pretty much his existence in there keeps that going.
Nice. My next one is also a little Halloween-y in, feel. This is Cold Spots. I told you guys about the first issue about a month ago. basically, you know, that feeling when you're having, you know, you're sitting in your house and you feel this like chill happen. It's a ghost. Well, this entire area, this entire town is just flooded with cold spots and ghosts everywhere. It's about this guy who's trying to find his ex-girlfriend and his daughter that he didn't really know about, and the daughter might be connected to all these ghosts somehow.
Ooh.
Yeah, I really dig it. I like Cullen Bunn when he's doing horror stories. This was really great. The artwork's really cool too because it's very ethereal and wispy, and that kind of matches the story as well. I love it when an artist can get the feel of a book, kind of thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty versus Dungeons and Dragons, number 2. Had a lot of laughs reading this one as well. This one is less primer than the first issue was. This one is just really more straight up Rick and Morty episode, but with Dungeons and Dragons. This time, they're bringing the ladies in for a session. Dad's still not in, although we do see him in this issue. And Rick gets a little bit power mad and starts one-shotting villains, and the others get a little bit annoyed by their lack of having any fun. Pretty awesome though. Lots of really good. Again, I was afraid that they were going to wash out some of the Rick and Morty sort of edginess of their humor. They do not. It's still there, but with kobolds.
Yeah. My last single issue is one of the one-shots that Wiccan and Divine does whenever they finish a story arc. This is all about the year 1373, right after the Black Plague. And as you can see, it follows the Lucifer of this round of gods that shows up. Really cool. It brings in like a lot of, you know, pre-Renaissance, you know, just that kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Just the ignorance of old Europe, you know, just like, oh, we don't know why the Black Plague happened, and then you start finding out like, oh, what if it wasn't what we originally thought? I really dig these because it's just like kind of a little out of time. Here's this little story to fill in the mythology a little bit. So I really dig it, and the next story arc of Wiccan and Divine is the last one.
Yeah.
So check this out.
There you go. Punisher number 2. So Punisher is going after Hydra, and he's not really being all that secretive about it. For example, he just shot Mandarin in the head in the middle of a United Nations meeting.
Yeah.
Pretty abrupt. So now it's a one-man war on this organization that's led by Zemo. And Zemo is at this point sort of trying to scrounge together some help, some assistance. So you gotta go to the mattresses, get all the villains together, and it's going to be pretty bloody and violent and crazy. This is Punisher at his best. So
Yeah.
give it a read.
I loved that last issue. I thought it was great.
Lots of, or I won't say lots, but there's some superhero, other superheroes that show up in this one too to try to like, I mean, basically they got to go to him and say, Frank,
Yeah, calm it down.
what are you doing?
My next one is a series that I really liked a whole lot. Klaus, Grant Morrison's take on Santa Claus, where he is a giant barbarian woodsman with a giant wolf as well. This is actually a collection of 2 one-shots that happened. The first was the, what was it called? It's like the Witch of Winter and Crisis in Xmasville. Both really fun. The Witch of Winter is kind of a more fairy tale kind of story. Crisis in Xmasville involves giant robots and the Krampus, which I thought was really great. If you just want like a different type of holiday book, read the first volume and then read this because it's just awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Grant wrote both of those.
Yep.
All right. Sweet. Oh, speaking of, a lot of the DC books have like a little preview of his upcoming Green Lantern.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it. It'd be fun to see him back on a more traditional superhero character for a bit. High Heaven is the second entry from Ahoy Comics, also featuring a text story by Grant Morrison. This was a pretty hilarious, weird book.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the first Ahoy Comics one, which was the alternate worlds one. What's it called?
Wrong Earth. Yeah, that was really good.
So I was like, well, all right, I'll give this one a shot too. High Heaven is about a kind of a whiny guy who dies abruptly and goes to heaven, and it's not great. There's lines, there's feathers everywhere, there's vending machines. things aren't really all that wonderful in paradise.
Huh.
So maybe we're going to find out a little bit more about that. Very intrigued to see where they go with this one. I really like what this new company is doing. They're just like, we're not necessarily going to do just superhero stuff. We're going to try to like use comics to tell whatever kind of story they have in mind. And I really dig that. So if you want to try something new, if you want to try something a little bit different, both or either of these new Ahoy comics are pretty great. And it looks like there's a couple more coming out too. We've got, I only know a little bit about them. But
Captain Ginger, which I actually read the solicitation for. That's
like a space cat person.
Yeah, like cats evolve and then like they're astronauts. It's pretty crazy.
And of course, I'll be all over Edgar Allan Poe's Snifter of Terror.
Yeah, that looks pretty fun.
That looks pretty great.
My next one is Super Sons Volume 3. You guys know, if you've been watching these, I've been in love with this series because it's just fun. This volume is called The Parent Trap because Talia al Ghul, Damien's mom, shows up, and she is not messing around.
She never is.
Yeah, she has this assignment, and the assignment is to assassinate a reporter named Lois Lane. So, a lot of really fun action in this, a lot of kind of silly moments, silly interactions. I just love this book. I think it's so great. There's also a really fun interaction between all the super pets. Like, what is Batman's dog name?
Ace.
Ace. Thank you, everybody. In stereo. Ace the Bat Hound, as well as Crypto and Streaky the cat and everything, and it's really cool how they show like how they talk to each other. I love this book. It's really fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, number 310. This is written and drawn by our friend Chip Zdarsky. This is Chip saying goodbye on this series. It's his last issue, and it's a wonderful, heart-wrenching issue. You could tell that he really cares about this character. There's a whole like letter at the end of the comic about how much he loves Spider-Man.
Oh.
It's so good. It made me feel wonderful. It's got a lot of the feels in this one. So it's a lot of the man on the streets opinion on Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
So give this a read. This is a wonderful book, and this will be like just perfect for any Spider collection.
My next one is Exiles Volume 1, where you get to see Blink, and she's just having a good time, but then something is eating time. And so she abruptly just finds all these other characters through the multiverse to try and stop the Time Eater. And when you see what the Time Eater is, I thought it was a really cool character design of what happened. But, you got Iron Lad, you got a grown-up Miss Marvel, you got Valkyrie from the Thor Ragnarok movie, and you also got Wolvie from Marvel. It was a really fun little series. I believe there's also another Exiles book coming out tomorrow, which is like the big complete collection of the the first Exiles series, which I never read, but I always wanted to. So I might pick that up tomorrow.
We're almost wrapped up. We got a few more to talk about, but if you have any last second questions, hit us up with that.
Yes.
We'll start asking you for questions. We're your experts. We want to share with you what we know.
Yeah.
You are Deadpool. That's what we know. Yes, you can put your face there when you become the Merc with the mouth. This is a choose-your-own-adventure comic, and I had a lot of fun with the single issues. And I'm really looking forward to diving into the graphic novel again. Get a little replay. See how different the experience is. I had lots of laughs playing this, reading this, both. A lot of fun. Al Ewing is just a fantastic writer. I really dig his stuff, and it's just fun Deadpool stuff.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I want from that character. This book is going to be great. I highly recommend it. You'll read it a few times. It's like the old. There was a Lobo Choose Your Own Adventure graphic
Right.
novel.
I remember that from a while back.
So, which I read like every possible iteration of. So I'll probably do the same with this.
Infidel, one of the best horror stories that I've read in a long time, and it's also one of NPR's 100 favorite horror stories of all time.
Wow.
Yeah. Very.
Who do you suppose?
What?
I'm sorry. Who do you suppose the NPR is like keeping that list? It's like, all right, hold on, okay. Well,
I don't know, but that'd be an awesome job.
I'm scanning through all the horror stuff, and we're gonna swap out The Fog with Infidel.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be a great job, though.
Totally great job.
Yeah.
Do you report on it every week?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Now the horror report on NPR.
Yeah, exactly. But you have to like listen to like weird music while you're doing it too.
I want this job.
Dear NPR. So anyways, Infidel is a very original haunted house story. It takes place in New York in this house where this, like brownstone building, I guess is the best way to put it, where there's a lot of little apartments in there. And there was this bombing that happened in there, and everybody's just like, this one apartment's just destroyed, but everybody else is just trying to get used to it. And there's ghosts that are like fueled by xenophobia. They're fueled by prejudice. And this Pakistani American woman that, she lives there, and these ghosts are just surrounding and haunting her. Beautiful artwork, really well written. Like the characters you really get into. You're just like, oh my god, no, crazy. So, a huge fan of this book. The entire series, right here, it's awesome. Speaking of awesome.
Yes, Usagi Yojimbo, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the complete collection. Every time these anthropomorphic combatants have gotten together, it's in this awesome big volume. So you got Stan Sakai just doing incredible samurai type stories. You got an introduction by Peter Laird, co-creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Beautiful art, great story, color covers included, all sorts of back matter. This is an awesome collection for fans of either or both characters, because really, every Turtles fan knows who Usagi Yojimbo is.
Right.
And every Usagi fan knows about his time hanging out with the Turtles.
See, I never got to read this. I always wanted to read it.
Oh man, there you go, buddy.
Thanks.
It's so good.
My last one is, of course, the Sidekick Special of the week. This is Rocket and Groot. Rocket Raccoon and Groot. This is a collection of all of their first appearances, like the thing from Planet X, which was Groot, as well as Rocket's first couple of appearances, the original Rocket Raccoon miniseries that was the 4-issue one, and then the Annihilators and Annihilators Earthfall miniseries. This book usually goes for $30. We are doing it for $10.
It's a great deal.
I'm getting this tomorrow because I love all the old school Marvel stuff, and such ridiculous characters that became so cool.
Don't forget that Rocket Raccoon miniseries had Mike Mignola artwork.
Yeah, exactly. It's like such good stuff. I'm so stoked about having this. Quickly, let's talk about everything that's going on. Can I list off all of our events happening?
Let's do it.
Okay, so Walking Dead Day.
Yes.
That's coming up October 13th.
Makes sense.
That's a Saturday. We have a comic coming out that has like our little store logo
There's
on it.
an Austin Books Walking Dead comic.
I'm really stoked about that.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
There's also a lot of other little goodies that are going to be happening that day. We also have a signing with Lila Sturgis for their new Lumberjanes graphic novel is coming out. That's October 21st.
I didn't know she was doing a Lumberjanes graphic
Yeah,
novel.
it had to be hush hush for just a little bit, but we just got announced.
She's all over the news. She has a new. They just announced something. Oh God, what was it?
I have no idea.
Oh, she's doing a book that is tied. I can't remember the name of the book series, but there's a comic that tells the same story from another viewpoint.
Oh.
It's one of those young adult style books.
Oh, okay.
That was kind of big news for Lila.
Well, that's cool too. We're having a signing that day. That is on the 21st. I believe that's actually on a Sunday. Let's think. Halloween Comics Fest. That's October 27th. I'm planning on having costume contests, kids and adults, with some cool prizes. We're going to have candy.
Comics to give out at each of the stores.
Yeah, free comics. It's kind of like a Halloween free comic book day, which is always really fun. I don't know. I'll dress up as something. I still haven't had any suggestions, but that's okay.
You can continue to suggest, even when we don't go live or we're
Yeah.
off. We'll see the suggestions.
Yeah. I could do the lame, like wearing a suit with a Superman shirt underneath it, like do that every once in a while. But no, that's lame.
No.
I'll come up with something else.
We're dressing you up.
Oh, sweet. Is there any other things? that we
Ariel,
got?
the Little Mermaid.
I'll rock out some Little Mermaid stuff. I even know all the songs. Carry around a fork, comb my hair.
There you go. Comb your hair.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, just. I don't know. Do we have anything else pressing?
You should be Iron Fist.
Iron Fist would be easy.
Just paint that dragon on your chest and
Ooh.
shave your chest.
Yeah, lose 30 pounds and get really good at Kung Fu.
You just gotta act like it.
Yeah, but that was a good call, Nicole. Iron Fist. I bet I could pull that off. I'll have to cover up all of my other tattoos, though.
You just wear like a flowery green blouse and leave it open.
Oh yeah, okay. See, I was going like
You go movie one or TV show.
Yeah, I was thinking TV show one.
Alright.
Anyways, I'm gonna
Tie
start
that
losing 30 pounds right
yellow
now.
bandana around your head.
Yeah. Okay. Iron Fist is pretty good. Might have to rock that one out.
Sweet.
I don't know. Anything else we got going on?
So we're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons, the new campaign over at Outlaw Moon, and we're gonna go live, but not from our Facebook. We're going to do it either on, and that depends on where I get with the technology, but we're gonna be doing it from Twitch,
Okay.
either from Outlaw Moon Games Twitch or the Birdiesaurus Twitch, because she's in the campaign and she's helping me push this to the next level.
Yeah. Okay.
It's technically way more cool than it's been. So
Right on.
with microphones and lights and all sorts of good stuff.
Heavens.
Yeah, we're gonna try it out.
Let me get my monocle out, Mr. Fancy Pants. What else? I'm playing a show on Saturday at the Anderson Mill Pub with my metal band Veleno. If anybody wants to come out, we're playing at 10:30. It'll be fun.
Sweet.
Yeah. I got nothing else other than that. You good?
Yeah, I feel like it.
Cool. You can follow me at SuperTighTenton1. You can follow you at,
Comic Book Brando.
and you can follow both of us at Austin Books. We'll see you tomorrow. A lot of new books coming out.
Yeah, tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Big books.
Speaking of which, we need to put those out.
Things to talk about.
Yeah. Later, guys.